Hello students, now we are going to learn how to write the chemical formula of ionic compounds. Right? Now ionic compounds means these are formed by combination of positive and negative ion. We all know the definition of valency. In the valency definition we have discussed that the valency of an atom is the number of electron loss, gain or share during a combination with the another element's atom. So now here when ionic compounds are formed, they are formed by the two types of ions, positive ion and negative ion. Now how these positive and negative ions are formed? We know that every atom is trying to achieve octet configuration. Generally, the metal atoms have a tendency to lose electron in order to achieve octet configuration, while non-metal atoms have a tendency to gain electron in order to achieve octet configuration. Now, if we consider the example of sodium metal, then sodium metal have one electron in its valence shell. It will lose that electron and produce positive sodium ion, right? That is sodium ion carrying one positive charge. While chlorine is the atom which have a tendency to gain electron. So chlorine is a non-metal element, have a tendency to gain electron. It will gain one electron and complete the octet, achieve the octet configuration, and as one electron is increased, it will have one more negative charge. So it will form a negatively charged ion. So this way, in order to achieve octet configuration, some of the elements have tendency to lose electron and form positive ion. Some of the elements have tendency to gain electron and form negative ion. Generally, metal element atom will have tendency to lose electron and form positive ion, while non-metal element atom will gain electron and form negative ion. So when these positive and negative ion come close to each other, they will form ionic compound. So now we are going to discuss about writing a chemical formula of ionic compounds. So for that purpose, the first important thing we have to remember that ionic compounds are formed by combination of positive and negative ions. See here example I have taken KCl, potassium chloride. Potassium loses one electron, forms K plus ion, and chlorine gains one electron, forms Cl minus ion. So while writing the formula of ionic compound, we should check that total number of positive charges should be equal to total number of negative charges in the formula. So there will be balancing of the total number of positive charge and negative charge is must. Then your formula will be correct. Now the second thing, when you are writing the symbols of the metal and non-metal atoms, or metal ion forming positive ion, non-metal atom forming negative ion, then always symbol of metal ion should be written on left hand side and non-metal atom on the right hand side. Now here when you are writing ionic compound formula, the symbols of the ions should be written side by side. But first you should write the symbol of metal element and then you will write the symbol of non-metal element. For example, here I have written magnesium oxide. So first the symbol of magnesium and then oxygen. So magnesium is a metal, so its symbol written first. Then oxygen is the non-metal, its symbol written afterwards. Now the second example I have written KCl. Potassium is a metal, so its symbol written first, and then Cl is non-metal, its symbol written on the right hand side after potassium. So this way you are supposed to write the symbols of the positive and negative ion. So positive ion always formed by metal, negative ion always formed by non-metal. Therefore the metal ion symbol will be first and then non-metal ion. Now there are certain steps also we have to follow when we are going to write the formula of ionic compound. Now here the step number 1. Write the symbols of the constituent ions side by side in such a way that positive ion on LHS and negative ion on RHS, which I have already explained you. The second thing, write the charge on each ion below its symbol. So now instead of valency in the molecular compound, we are going to write the symbol and after that we are going to write the charge on each symbol. So charge on metal ion will be positive and charge on non-metal ion will be negative. That we are going to write after writing the symbol. So now here I am going to explain. Now student, we have taken the example of magnesium chloride. Now the symbol of magnesium is Mg and the symbol of chloride ion is Cl. So I have to write their charges. Magnesium carries 2 positive charges because it loses 2 electrons from its valence shell, while chlorine atom has tendency to gain 1 electron in its valence shell. So it is carrying -1 charge. Now here in this way we have written symbol. First is of metal and then is of non-metal. Then the charge on metal ion and charge on non-metal ion. And then the third step is cross over the charges without considering their signs. You have to cross over the charges without considering their signs. Means whether it is carrying positive sign or negative sign. We are not going to consider those signs. And write the numerals of charges crosswise as a subscript to the lower right corner of the symbol. Do the cross multiplication of the numerals only, and these numerals we will write crosswise. Means the numeral by which we are going to multiply the first atom symbol will be written on the lower right corner of that first atom symbol, and then the numeral of first atom which we are going to multiply with the second atom symbol should be written as a subscript on lower right corner of the second atom. Right? In this way we are going to write down the formula of ionic compound. Now let us check. Here you are going to multiply with this 2 with Cl atom and 1 with magnesium atom. Here you are not going to consider this plus and minus sign. So I have made circle over here. So only simply you have to multiply Cl with 2 and magnesium with 1. And we are not going to mention number 1 in the formula. Therefore our formula will be like this. For Mg it is only 1. So Mg as it is without writing the 1 as a subscript. And Cl is multiplied with this 2. So here you will mention 2 as a subscript. So this is the formula for ionic compound magnesium chloride. Now here magnesium is carrying 2 positive charges. So plus 2 is the total positive charge and 2 chlorine atoms now here. Each chlorine atom is carrying -1 charge. So total negative charge has become -2. And in this way, the total positive charge is balanced by the total negative charge. Now we are considering to the second example, that is of aluminium chloride. Symbol of aluminium is Al and symbol of chlorine is Cl. Aluminium loses 3 electrons, so carries 3 positive charges, and chlorine gains 1 electron, so carries 1 negative charge. Now we have to multiply these 2 only numerals, not the sign. Sign we are not going to consider. So I have made the circle. So we are going to ignore the sign and we are going to multiply by the numerals only. So aluminium is multiplied with the 1, which is the charge on chlorine, and chlorine is multiplied with the 3, which is the charge on aluminium. So our formula will become Al multiplied by 1, so 1 we are not going to write, only simply Al will be written, and Cl is multiplied with the 3, so we are going to write 3 as a subscript for chlorine, and the formula of aluminium chloride is AlCl3. Now here total positive charge on aluminium is +3 and total negative charge on the 3 chlorine will be 3 multiplied by -1, so it is equal to -3. So here total positive charge of aluminium will be balanced by total negative charge of the chlorine. In this way here total number of positive charges is equal to total number of negative charges. Now student, we will take more examples. Now student, I have taken more example, that is of aluminium oxide and sodium oxide. Now here symbol of aluminium Al and oxygen is O. Charge present on aluminium is +3 because aluminium have tendency to lose 3 electrons and form the positive ion carrying 3 positive charges. And oxygen has a tendency to gain 2 electrons in order to complete the octet and have a tendency to carry 2 negative charges. So here the charge of aluminium is +3 and charge of oxygen is -2. Now I am going to cross multiply it. We have to ignore the sign so that Al multiplied by 2 and O multiplied by 3. So the formula will become Al2O3. So here subscript 2 is written with Al and subscript 3 is written with oxygen. Now here sodium oxide. I have written the symbol of sodium is Na, oxygen is O. Sodium have a tendency to lose 1 electron and form the positive ion carrying 1 positive charge. And oxygen has a tendency to gain 2 electrons and carries 2 negative charge and forming an anion. So again we are going to cross multiply. Only numerals, not sign. So ignore these signs and only multiply with the numerals. So sodium multiply with 2 and oxygen is multiplied with 1. Therefore sodium having subscript 2 and oxygen is having subscript 1. Subscript 1 we are not writing and therefore the formula will become Na2O. In this way we have got sodium oxide. Again we are taking more examples, student. Now student, we have taken one more example, that is of magnesium oxide. Now again I have written symbol, first metal atom symbol and then non-metal, that is Mg first and then oxygen. Now Mg loses 2 electron and therefore carries 2 positive charges. Oxygen gains 2 electron and carries 2 negative charges. Now again we have to ignore these signs and multiply with the numerals. So oxygen is also multiplied with 2 and magnesium is also multiplied with 2. So therefore your formula will be Mg2O2. This will be your formula. But this is not the correct formula for magnesium oxide. Now here we have to again consider what is the common factor or HCF for this. So we can take 2 as a common factor and divide by this common factor to these numerals. So this subscript 2 divided by 2, this subscript 2 also divided by 2. So 2 ones are 2, 2 ones are 2. Therefore here your formula will be the MgO because they are reduced to their lower term. The charge ratio reduced to its lower term and their formula is MgO. This is the correct formula for magnesium oxide. Now next example I have taken, that is of aluminium sulfate. You already have polyatomic ions. The polyatomic ions is the group of atoms that is carrying some charges, whether it will be positive or negative. Like that ammonium ion, formula is NH4 and it carries +1 charge on the whole. That is nitrogen plus 4 hydrogen, the total group of atom is carrying +1 charge. Similarly, sulfate anion. The sulfate anion, that is SO4. So sulfur atom plus 4 oxygen atom. These combiningly carrying -2 charge. So this type of ions are known as polyatomic ion. These are also known as radicals. Now these polyatomic ions also can form ionic compounds. They can combine positively charged metal ions and can form compound. So you will get different variety of compounds which contain polyatomic ion. For example, calcium carbonate. Carbonate anion carrying -2 charge combined with the calcium ion carrying +2 charge. Then magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide, magnesium carries +2 charge and OH- ion. This is the hydroxide anion carrying -1 charge. Similarly, potassium nitrate. Formula is KNO3. Here potassium ion carrying +1 charge and nitrate anion. Nitrogen plus 3 oxygen combinedly forming the polyatomic anion which carries -1 charge. In this way, these polyatomic anions can combine with the metal ions to produce different ionic compound. So one of that, the example I have taken over here of aluminium sulfate. Now aluminium carries plus 3 charge. So aluminum symbol is Al, carrying plus 3 charges. And sulfate anion, this complete anion. And do remember, when you are writing a polyatomic ion, always place it in the bracket, so that whatever whole charge will be there, that is carried out by this all the atoms group present in the bracket. So I have written here sulfate anion in the bracket SO4, and it carries 2 negative charges. So the whole charge on this sulfate anion is -2. Now same rule we are going to follow. We are ignoring sign and we are multiplying with the numerals. So 2 is multiplied with Al and 3 is multiplied with the sulfate anion. So while writing the formula, 2 will be subscript for Al and 3 will be subscript for this complete sulfate anion. So here after the bracket we have to write a 3 as a subscript. After the bracket we have to write 3 as a subscript. So there will not be any confusion whether this 3 is multiplied with this oxygen or it is filled with this sulfur. This way no confusion will be there for you and your formula will be correct. So in this way you can be able to write for the polyatomic ions. You do the practice of writing the formula of ionic compound. I hope you understand better. Thank you for watching and bye for now.